Vladimir, thanks for joining us. We are following a developing story in France where 3 people have been wounded in an attack on a train. The train was traveling from Amsterdam to Paris. We're told a man armed with a Kalashnikov rifle and a knife opened fire. He has been taken into custody. There are reports that one of the people wounded was an American. There are also reports that a U.S. Marine dressed in civilian clothes helped to subdue the attacker. CBS News has not confirmed those details. Elaine Cobb is in Paris and on the phone and joins us now. Elaine, thanks for being with us. What can you tell us?
Well, Vlad, as you said, it's all a little sketchy still at the moment, but French news reports are saying that the gunman was tackled by 2 American Marines who heard a heavy weapon being loaded in the train toilets. Now, they fought with the man and both were injured. One was shot, the other attacked with a knife. The emergency services did take away one man, aged between 30 and 40, who was seriously injured. A third person was slightly injured. He's a well-known French actor, and he was hurt as he tried to raise the alarm to stop the train. The train was on its way from Amsterdam to Paris. It's the high-speed train, and it made an unscheduled stop at the northern town of Arras. There, the gunman was taken into police custody. Passengers were taken to a local hall, and forensics police are now on the scene trying to see if they can find any more clues about what happened on the train.
Elaine, do we now know or yet know the motives behind the attack and what the identity of this assailant was?
No, police have taken a man into custody. He was armed with a Kalashnikov and at least one knife. Police here are saying they've not ruled out the possibility of a planned terror attack. Now, don't forget that France is still on high alert following the attacks in January on the Charlie Hebdo offices and elsewhere. So it's something they don't rule out as a basic plan at the moment. But the Interior Minister is on his way to that town, to the scene, and the police are being mobilized to find out what he wanted to do and if he had any other plans than simply if he was ever going to attack anyone on the train or if his plan was to get to Paris.
Yeah, and Elaine, I note that just in your report as well, but also in looking at the French newspaper Le Monde and Le Parisien, that they say that there were civilian or they were military, U.S. military were in civilian clothing in the toilet in the train and sort of heard the commotion and helped to subdue this assailant.
Yes, so it seems that they heard what they believed was the sound of a heavy weapon being loaded, and so they intervened, and that was how they were both injured. The police have confirmed to local reporters up there that the gunman had a Kalashnikov and at least one knife and used them, and so they are concerned with what he was carrying, whether he had more, and whether he was acting alone. And let's not forget, although he was coming from the Netherlands on a train that also passes through Belgium into France, it is the Schengen area, so there are no border controls, and in general, it's like taking a local train. So it's easy to go from Amsterdam, where guns are much more freely available on the open legal market, straight into France.
Yeah, and Elaine, I know that the information is still just coming in right now, but they're not ruling out, French officials, that they're not saying that it perhaps was not a terror attack. Is that correct?
That's correct. That's partly the kind of modus operandi of the moment, given the high alert in the country and given the range of weaponry he had. This wasn't a simple handgun possible theft thing. He had an automatic weapon and he had knives. And so they are concerned that perhaps this was more than just someone preparing a shooting or someone just carrying weapons.
Elaine Cobb reporting for us in Paris. Elaine, thank you very, very much.
You're welcome.